The Grammy Museum here in downtown Los Angeles offers visitors a look at the history and the winners of the Grammy Awards. Now, this museum is filled with music artifacts, and each year it welcomes visitors from around the world. Now it's getting even busier thanks to Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Joining us now to discuss this museum and the exhibit are Rita George, you are the Chief Program Officer here, and Eileen Chapman, you're the co-curator of Bruce Springsteen Live.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, this is exciting. So, Eileen, tell us a little bit about this exhibit.
Sure. So Bob Santelli, who was the founding executive director here at the Grammy Museum, came up with the concept of actually creating an exhibit based on a live concert experience. To the best of his knowledge, it's never been done before. And who better than to honor with a live concert experience is an artist like Bruce Springsteen, who creates fans out of anyone who goes to see his shows.
Interesting. Rita, the exhibit is pretty extensive. How long did it take to make it happen?
The team working with Eileen and Bob, it took about 1.5 years. It really starts from an outline of an idea. And in this case, Bob was saying, let's celebrate Bruce as this incredible live performer. And then from there, we sort of fill it in as we go along. And when we travel it to other cities, which this is its 3rd stop, we also try to localize it and bring in fans, especially for something like this, where we're celebrating the incredible live shows of Bruce Springsteen. So it's a pretty great experience, and we're thrilled to have it up.
Nice. Was Bruce at all involved in this exhibit?
Yes, so Bruce and the E Street Band were all involved. So we have stage clothing and instruments from each of the E Street Band members and from Bruce. Going through Bruce's clothing was fun. We've also gone through Bruce's set list. So we have an interactive component here where the visitors get to create their own encores to different Springsteen shows.
Nice. And Rita, what are some of the other exhibits that have been big hits with fans?
Oh, well, gosh, the first few that come to mind, and most recently, Whitney Houston. We had an exhibit not long after her passing that we really celebrated her legacy. It was very moving. We did an incredible Sinatra exhibit to celebrate what would have been his 100th birthday, worked closely with the family as well. We had a great Taylor Swift exhibit, Dolly Parton exhibit, Bob Marley, John Lennon. We've been lucky enough to celebrate so many artists from different genres, and being part of the Recording Academy and Grammy Awards, they celebrate, I think they give away 80 awards every year, every show. So we have had everything from spoken word exhibits to comedy exhibits in every genre you can think of.
All right, so Rita, you also work with Council District 9. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, we've been awarded a grant to put on community engagement programs throughout the year. So we've just begun, and we will have upcoming programs for families, for aspiring musicians. We have education programs that will specifically spotlight the artists from the area, as well as hopefully inspire the next generation. So we have workshops throughout the school year, as well as summer programs, including what's called Summer Session and Grammy Camp, 2 of our marquee programs, where they're longer weeks. They're a week, sometimes 2, depending on the program. And we've just launched our campaign for music education. And our goal here is to raise enough funds so that all of our education programs and all admission for people 18 and under are free. So we're working on that, and they're lucky enough to have some amazing artist ambassadors, including Bruno Mars, Dua Lipa, Shawn Mendes, Rosalia, and LA's own Billie Eilish, who actually has gone through our education programs.
What?
It's amazing. She and her brother Phineas came here for our summer session program. Gosh, probably about 6 or 7 years ago. It's been a while, and they have been wonderful supporters of the museum and have really stepped up to help us launch this campaign.
Well, you've actually helped them with their careers as well.
Well,
right?
gosh. That's a good point. It's a great relationship. They're wonderful people, and they're really great. All of the artists who are helping us with this outreach have just been great. And whether it's something like an exhibit, of which Bruce and members of the E Street Band have helped, they all contribute to what we're trying to do, which is really about that community engagement at every level. So we're grateful to them all, including you, because you help us.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And you have some programs that actually help aspiring musicians or up-and-coming musicians of color. Can you talk to me about that?
I would love to. We have launched the Quinn Coleman Scholarship along with Miss Deborah Lee and the family. Miss Lee we've known for years. She's the former CEO of BET, and she wanted to create a scholarship in honor of her son, Quinn. So this year we just launched it, and the idea is that we work with universities in 5 cities around the country: Los Angeles, Miami, Atlanta, New York, and Washington, D.C. And we have scholars who will apply and be interns in those 5 offices of the Recording Academy. There are 12 chapter cities of the Recording Academy, and we've picked these 5 to work with local students at universities there, and they'll have a chance to intern, as I said, for about 6 months, but also as part of this scholarship, we'll also do financial planning, mental health awareness and support, as well as give stipends for books, for professional development, so you can buy an interview outfit, those sorts of things. We really want to help the next generation of Black and brown creators get that opportunity, perhaps, that we can help open a door for.
Wow. So the exhibit, you do have to pay to come see it,
yes.
But are any local folks able, like students or anything, able to come and see it for free?
Yes, what we do, if there's outreach from a school that is interested in coming and perhaps they can't afford to either get here by bus or the admission fee, we'll figure out a way to get them in.
What different genres of music have you had exhibits? Is it everything or just rock and R&B?
It's a little bit of everything, and there have been really proud moments over the years where I'll stand upstairs on our 4th floor and look around, and at one point we had a Cheap Trick exhibit, which was next to a Tupac exhibit, which was next to a Andrea Bocelli exhibit, and it all worked. And it was a moment of time, and I just walked around and thought, this is incredible that we get to celebrate all these genres of music, and it gives us a real ability to reach out to a wider audience. Now with our Latin Music Gallery, it gives us just another level of accessibility for folks. And we are also making sure that all of our exhibits are in Spanish. We're working on Portuguese and other languages as well.
It's really amazing to me that it takes that long to put an exhibit together.
There's just so much material to go through to create just the right look that will engage not only visitors, but be able to tell the story concisely.
And when you say that you are celebrating Latin artists, how involved are they?
Thus far, again, as a relatively new gallery for the museum, we have our Spotlight exhibit right now features Marco Antonio Solis, part of the legendary band Los Buques. We work directly with Marcos. He actually lives in LA part-time, so we were able to go to his archive and work with him, and then his team worked with us over the course of the pandemic. That was one that we curated as well. Our next exhibit that we have spotlighted there, the artist actually does not live in the United States. So it's very interesting to do this, across the world, but it speaks to how we can engage now through technology, and we love it. We'll take every opportunity to do it.
Well, Rita, if people want to visit this exhibit or the museum in general, how do they get more information?
They can go to our website. They can buy tickets in advance. We're at GrammyMuseum.org, or follow us on all the social channels as well.
Well, ladies, this has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having us, Rita George and Eileen Chapman. And this is it's pretty amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the time.
Much.
We appreciate it. And thank you, Eileen, for all the great work.
It's my pleasure.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this edition of LA Currents. I'm Anita Bennett. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.